I wanted to be a woman. I always wanted to.
Alondra Lema is a transgender woman. She calls herself a trans-Latina. She escaped from Peru last year at the age of 22.
The meaning of being transgender in my country is like everybody will look at you like you're a prostitute.
When Alondra left Peru, she hadn't transitioned yet. No one in her family knew she wanted to become a woman. She decided to come to New York and start a new life. It wasn't easy her first year. She was homeless for about 5 months.
I could just escape of all the things that I've been scared about in Peru, or maybe embarrassed about myself, how I felt inside, you know?
Right.
I feel like coming here was the best option.
This year, she started her transition and also found her new family.
I feel excited. I came to this community, which is Make the Road. I feel so good because I feel like I have sisters, I have family here, people who speak my language.
And today she will march for the first time at the 6th annual Trans-Latina March in Jackson Heights, Queens.
It's the first time that I can show myself, I can show the visibility of transgender and Latina women here in New York, here in Queens.
I think there is a lot of machismo still here, but that is the main reason why the Trans-Latina March is happening. And that's why the Trans-Latina March exists.
Biani Garcia is the LGBT organizer at Make the Road New York and the founder of the Trans-Latina March.
We want to show up and say, hey, I'm here, I'm a trans woman, I'm your neighbor, and I'm a person.
The transgender community in Queens, especially in Jackson Heights, Corona, and Woodside, have been targets of hate crimes.
Even if you are with Latino community here in Jackson Heights, we've seen a lot of discrimination against us, or we've seen a lot of hate crimes against us.
Biani has faced discrimination her whole life. As a gay boy in Mexico, she was forced to escape her country and come here.
It was a night when my friend and I, we was outside of my house, and two men came from a car and then started like beating my friend, and you know, they killed her because she was a trans person.
She feared for her own life. At 15, she arrived in the U.S. and found a job and met a 40-year-old man.
He started, loving me and sending me flowers.
But that man forced her into sex work.
I became a prostitute for 7 months. He told me that I need to do prostitution or save my body for money. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And he told me that if you're not going to do that, I'm going to deport you. I'm going to call police. I'm going to call ICE to take you back to Mexico because you are an illegal person.
She was able to escape from him one night. She took a cab to Jackson Heights, Queens to start a new life. At 19, she started to transition into a woman. Biani was working at a restaurant at the time.
They kicked me out of the restaurant because I was a trans woman, because I was taking hormones.
She was left with no job.
How am I gonna pay my rent? How am I gonna survive? How am I gonna eat? My friend that was a trans woman told me, why you don't do prostitution here in Jackson Heights? I was like, I don't wanna do that. And after 1 month, there's no job for me, and I decided to do that.
She worked the streets of Jackson Heights for about a year. Soon after, she found the organization Make the Road New York.
Provide services for the trans community, but also make a big movement for the trans community.
She made it her mission to bring awareness to the community.
We live in a world that if you're a trans woman of color, you can be killed.
Biani says the Trans-Latina March will continue for years to come. In August, she will fly to Mexico to see her family for the first time in 12 years. She's going back as a woman and says she's a bit afraid. In the newsroom, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.